Hi, my name is Shirley. I'm excited to share something deeply personal and hopefully really empowering. It's something that's been really close to my heart lately. Have you ever felt like you're the person who's always in the background? The one who's cheering everybody else on? Maybe you're the friend who's always there, the one who's always supporting others, or the family member who's always lifting everybody else up, but you've never quite stepped into your own spotlight. Well, that was exactly my story. For years, I was what I would like to call the ultimate caregiver, the queen cheerleader. I was the one on the sidelines, always making sure everyone else had what they needed, always helping others shine. And honestly, I took pride in being in that role because it felt good to be that person. I still do. I'm always gonna be there for the ones I love. But now, it's gonna be a little different because here's what happened. I had this huge realization that while I was helping everyone else grow and achieve their dreams, I wasn't growing with them. I was stuck in that supportive role, and I realized I never really gave myself permission to step into my own story. And after this realization, I knew I had to do something really important, something big, something for myself. I had to give myself permission to grow. And I'm talking about real and honest permission here. Not a moment passing through, but a conscious and committed decision to say, you know what? It's okay to put myself first. For once. I've spent so many years focusing on everybody else's needs that I never really thought about my own needs. So I started asking myself some questions. I asked myself, what kind of legacy do I want to leave behind? What do I want my kids to remember about me? What dreams have I been putting on hold because I was too busy supporting others? So many more questions. I went down a rabbit hole. Why did I trust this person? Why didn't I see the clues? Why didn't I make smarter decisions? So many more questions. Some questions didn't even make sense. And some were like, oh, this is why that happened. All the questions were playing on repeat in my head. But regardless, these questions were eye-opening. I was finally giving myself the space to dream and think about my own path. But here's where everything really shifted for me. One day, in the middle of all those questions, I just paused. I literally said out loud, Shirley, when was the last time you grew? When was the last time you took a risk? When was the last time you chose yourself first? And then I heard crickets, silence, and that told me everything. That was the moment I realized I wasn't just on the sidelines. I had just been parked there without the urge to drive myself. I was living in best supporter of the year mode, like that was the only identity I was allowed to have. And now my truth is different. Because I don't want my kids to grow up and say, Mom was there for everybody else. I want them to say, Mom built something. Mom dreamt big. Mom took her own seat at the table. And more importantly, Mom isn't scared of new challenges. That's the legacy that I want. Not self-sacrifice, but leadership. Not silence, but a voice that's not to be kept indoors. My voice. That's why now I'm more focused than ever on becoming the main character of my own life. I started reclaiming the parts of myself that I had put on pause. And I realized something beautiful. The main character doesn't wait to be chosen. The main character chooses themselves. That's what I wish for everyone. I don't want this video to just be about my own journey. I want this to be something that you could walk away with. Something that you can apply to your own story. So I want you to think about this for a moment. Where in your life have you been sitting on the sidelines? Where have you been clapping for others but silencing your own dreams? Where have you been waiting for permission that only you can give? I'll tell you something I wish somebody would have told me sooner. You don't need permission from anyone. Not your past, not your fear, not your doubt. The only permission you need is your own. You get to choose yourself. You get to rewrite your story. You get to decide that you're worthy of being the main character. Because you are. I want you to take one small action after this video. Ask all the questions and then write down one thing you've been putting off because you didn't feel ready or deserving or main character enough. That one thing, take a step towards it today. Even if it's tiny, even if it's messy, even if it scares you. Because stepping into your story doesn't just happen with one big step. It happens with small, consistent choices to show up for yourself. So if you've been living in the shadows and shrinking yourself so others can shine, yeah, it's time. It's time to step forward, time to speak, time to grow, time to claim your own space. You deserve to be the main character. This is your movie, your narrative. It's only the beginning of your story. Thank you for letting me share this part of my heart. I hope you take that next step. I can't wait to see your story unfold.